Anthony Hartwig with you, Canfield softball player profile. We are joined by Jenna Triveri. Jenna, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so this softball season has been a wild ride for you. And, after last year going all the way to the state championship game, falling a little bit short of the ultimate goal, as a returner of this team and as someone that was a big part of last year's lineup, what was it like getting ready for this year and trying to get right back to where you got last year?
Well, there was kind of a lot of pressure on all the ones that came back from last year. All of us had the same goal to be back there this year. So we all just want to do our part and get back to where we were last year.
I want to know what kind of lessons you learned from last year. I mean, it's a heck of a way to spend one of the first years on the team is to go all the way to state. So, what kind of lessons did you learn? What did you take into this year from last year?
Honestly, like just don't take things for granted because that doesn't really happen to a lot of teams, and we're just lucky enough to be the ones to experience it.
This year, throughout all your sports, you've dealt with a couple of injuries here and there. You've really had to grind through this sports season. What's that been like for you? What's it been like to go through all that and then to come out for softball and be able to have the success you've had on the diamond?
It's been really tough struggling with that my ankle injury from basketball season. But it also like taught me that I can't take every season for granted. And it's really been like amazing that I'm able to like come back and play softball, that my injury wasn't as bad as we all thought it was going to be.
Was it hard to kind of get yourself back to where you trusted yourself, you trusted your ankle to be as quick as you are? Because we know how much you rely on your speed.
Yeah, it's been very difficult. I mean, I'm still going to therapy because of it. But I just started trusting my ankle like a couple weeks ago, like running the bases and stuff. Like I'm still not able to like slide on my ankle. I have to like dive head first now.
All right. So when we talk about the softball team, there are plenty of returners from last year, but there are also some new faces that are either freshmen or players that are stepping into much bigger roles this year. As someone that had to deal with that last season, what kind of advice are you giving to the players that are stepping into the varsity role and having their first year as a big member of this team?
Just take it all in. Like I said, don't take anything for granted. We've had a lot of younger classmen like step up into big roles. We have Sammy Economist playing third base. She's a great third baseman, and she's honestly been doing very well at handling everything.
You're back in regionals. Talk about the district championship. That's step one to get back to where you were last year. What going through districts was like and what the celebration was like when you guys got that district championship.
I mean, it's always exciting to win a district championship because, again, not a lot of teams are able to do that. So, all of our emotions were really high, but we have to stay focused in order to get back to where we were last year.
Knowing that you guys got so far last year, I mean, how much did you celebrate the district championship? Was it a quick celebration and hey, let's lock back in because we know we have a lot more to do, or because there's a long break? Was it a really like nice couple day celebration of a district championship?
It was kind of like sure. I mean, we have to stay focused, so we took it all in that night when we won, and then we have to go back to practice thinking, okay, now it's time to win a regional championship.
What's it going to take to win this regional? We look at the teams in it. It's going to be really tough. You have the one seed in the district sitting right there in Aurora that you're playing first on Wednesday. What do you think it's going to take to go down there and get another regional championship?
Well, Aurora's a very great team, so like all of our best efforts are really going to help us win that game. We have to be able to hit their pitcher and obviously just have a clean defense to back up Milena.
Yeah, let's talk about backing up Milena, who just got her milestones, 800th strikeout, 60th win in the circle. You've been a part of being behind her for 2 years now. What's it like to play defense behind a pitcher that is kind of once in a generation for a program and to be able to watch her do her work and watch all the attention that she gets from people and be a part of all the hoopla that is being on the same team with Milena Toth?
It's really amazing. I mean, she's a great, like, humble person. She's awesome to be around. But from a softball standpoint, like, it's really easy to be playing our positions because she does all the work. I mean, she's great. It's really, like, amazing to have her around.
We asked this with a couple of teams that have pitchers this year that are just striking out, ridiculous amount of people. Is it ever hard to stay engaged when she gets in her groove where she's striking out 10, 11 in a row and you're sitting there like, okay, I'm not getting the ball anytime soon?
Yeah, honestly, like being in the outfield, especially like kind of zone out a little bit. But I mean, it's great. You always have to have her back, though. I mean, she's working hard and we're all working hard. So we all just have to back each other up.
We talked about it earlier about you being a multiple sport athlete, playing in all seasons. Do you have a favorite? Do you have one that you spend a little bit more time on and a little bit more mental focus on when it's that season?
Well, I'm mainly between basketball and softball. Like, I kind of do a lot more during like each season. Like, I'll shoot more during basketball season, I'll hit more during softball season. And in the summer, I'm kind of just going to be doing both of those.
When you think of how you balance it all, you're having to do your schoolwork, you have all the commitments you have with the sports, plus you're just still trying to be a kid. How do you do it? How do you juggle everything?
It's pretty stressful actually, just because of like the school standpoint, but you just have to have fun. You can't like worry too much about the little things.
School can definitely be stressful, so I want you to tell me what class stresses you out the most, and then the flip side, what class do you think is the easiest for you in the sense of it doesn't give you a whole lot of stress?
Math definitely gives me the most amount of stress. I'm not very good at math, but um, English is probably my best subject. I have like a really good time like writing stories and everything like that. So
When you think English, there are a lot of different kinds of assignments that come with English class. Are you a creative writer? Do you like the research papers? Do you like the book reports? What kind of English are you into?
I like the creative writing part. I'm taking a class of that next year, so yeah, that's really what I like.
When you think of things that you like to do outside of all this, stuff with school and sports and all the things that you're committed to, what is your release? What are some things that you do when you have to get your mind off of these sports or off of school where it's just something that you don't have to, have so much, hard work and commitment for. It's just a release or a hobby.
I honestly like just sleep and stuff. I mean, I hang out with my friends, but I like to like lay in my bed a lot when I'm like having a rough day or something. I just go lay in my bed.
Nothing wrong with a nap every now and then. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Um, one of the things that you guys have an advantage of now that technology has gotten so much is you get to watch film of yourself. You have Game Changer. You can watch film of other teams and all that fun stuff. How much do you utilize the technology that's given you? How much do you try to coach yourself, watch your own swings, and things like that to break down what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong?
Yeah, I mean, it's really helpful. I also have a dad that really helps me with my swing and stuff, so he kind of like makes everything easier on me. He does like all the hard part of figuring out what's wrong, and then he just applies and tells me how to fix it.
Yeah, the relationship between a softball player and their dad, it's a tale as old as time. What's that like for you, having someone that is ingrained in the sport and knows, like you said, knows how to break down your swing, can watch your video, help you with that? What's the dynamic like between you two?
I mean, it's awesome. We have a great relationship, me and my dad. He's really helpful. He's a great supporter, and he always wants to see all three of his kids do really well in everything.
Now your dad's like the coach, right? So how much does your mom help balance that out by being just like the cheerleader, the one that is always supportive no matter how you play and things like that?
Yeah, my mom is very well at calming us all down after a bad game. She's really great. She helps us a lot too, even though she doesn't think that she does. She really makes like calms our mind and makes everything easier on us.
This Triveri name runs deep in athletics in the area. They're everywhere. Your family is so competitive. What do you guys get the most competitive at with each other? What kind of things do you compete with each other in?
Well, I mean, we all like compete in different things. I mean, especially me and my brother because we both play like he played baseball and I play softball. So it's more of like the swing standpoint, who has a better swing and stuff. And like during basketball when I played against my sister, we'd always have like competitions seeing like who's a better defender, who's a better shooter. But it also made all of us better.
Yeah, you had the chance to play against your sister. Most people we talk to play with them on the same team, and we talk about what it's like to be on the same team with them. What was it like for you playing against sister and being able to go up against her in high school?
It was really weird. I mean, like seeing somebody that looks kind of exactly like me on the other team. It wasn't a really great. I mean, it was a great experience. I had a great time with it, but it would have been nice if we were on the same team.
Yeah, you get to come home with with each other and talk about, hey, we did this night, we did this night. How much were you still able to support each other on the nights that you weren't playing each other, of course, and say, hey, like, you did this really well or you did this really well? What was that dynamic like, playing on separate teams but still supporting one another?
Yeah, me and my sister towards each other were very supportive, especially like when I was a freshman and when she was a senior. Like it was really nice having her to look up to because she especially always wanted me to do well, and she was really excited because she knows how passionate I am about it. But watching her grow up into a player was really like nice to see because it shows me like how I want to be and everything, and I've learned everything towards her.
It's always fun to talk about the competitiveness and the fun with your family, but every family also has something that makes them unique and makes them special to the people in it. What's that for you? What do you think makes your family kind of special, unique to yourself, and you would never take for granted about your family specifically?
Um, Definitely how close we all are. Like both of my siblings stayed home for college, so it's really nice being able to spend a lot of time with them, and they're able to support me during my sporting events. But I'd say that we're all super supportive during each other for each other, and we all want to see each other succeed.
What's the best family vacation spot that you have? We've talked about trying to get away from things and releases in life. Vacations are a part of that. So, what's the best family vacation spot that you guys have?
We go to Florida usually like during the summer because during like spring break we're in Myrtle Beach for softball. So I'd say in Florida.
Is there a vacation spot that you guys haven't been yet that you have on your bucket list that you want to go on vacation with your family in?
Well, I want to go to Bora Bora, but it's too far away. I don't know. My family, we don't really like travel as much as we'd like because of all the sports and stuff. So,
I don't want to step on the parents' toes, but it sounds like a really good graduation gift in a couple of years to,
yeah.
hey, you did your hard work, you got through high school, let's go to Bora Bora. When you think of things that um, you spend more money on than you should, we talk about impulse buys a lot with our player profiles. What are some of your impulse buys?
Um, I don't really know. I don't like usually do that stuff a lot, but I spend a lot of money on just like random like food things.
So would you describe yourself kind of good with money or good at saving? You don't really, buy things that are frivolous and you don't do a lot of impulse buying.
No, I really don't. I mean, like the only thing that I'll like buy is like Starbucks or like fast food. I don't really go like out and buy like a bunch of clothes or anything.
What's your favorite fast food place to get food with?
Taco Bell,
Go to order is
a steak grilled cheese burrito.
nice. Not before a game, I hope.
No.
No. What's your favorite way to celebrate a big win?
Well, on our like bus ride home, we have a speaker and we all like listen to music, and that's really like nice to be a part of that because it's team bonding. And after the district championship, we all went out to dinner. So I mean, just like little things like that.
Is there a teammate that's in charge of the playlist on the bus, or do you all get a say in what songs get played?
Well, Sydney Lutz is our music girl. She has all of our walk up songs in her phone. She has all the music, but we all kind of have a say in what music we want. But she's the one that's playing it.
What's your walk-up song, and what's it say about you?
My walk up song is classic, and I honestly just like it because of the beat of the first couple like sounds.
You're
It
classic,
doesn't
right?
really like define me.
You're a classic. When you think of things that you love so much about this sport, you put so much time into softball. We know that you have to love it to put so much time into it. So, what do you love so much about being a softball player?
Um, just like how it's a team sport, it takes all of us to win. And I just love it because like I love running the bases, I love playing the outfield, and I love spending time with like my family who helps me out.
All right, Jenna, what do we do at the end of these player profiles? Every single one of them, we like to give the athlete the time to take the spotlight off themselves a little bit and shine on the people in their life that support them. So, I want to give you as much time as you want to give out your shout outs and the people and thank the people, I should say, that support you all the time.
Definitely my family because they really have helped me through every single sport, every single injury. I want to give a big thing to my basketball coach, Coach Real. He really helped me during my ankle injury, and also all my teammates that made everything happen. Definitely Coach Kernan because he's taught me many lessons, and it's really helped me grow as a player. And I would just like to thank all my teammates.
All right, Jenna, we want to thank you so much for taking the time to join us today. We appreciate it. We wish you the best of luck on Wednesday in the regional semifinals and hopefully beyond. And we can't wait to talk again real soon.
Thank you.